You take it. I got the last two.
Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to AVP Manhattan Beach Open 2025. We're excited to have you guys here for a women's contender match. This is going to be the last match of the day. On day 2, it's been very eventful. It's been an awesome time. We are stoked to be here. We have Gina Urango and Megan J. Rice, who we saw here earlier, taking on Corinne Quiggle and Tegan Van Gunst. These teams playing in for a spot in the semifinals tomorrow. An exciting time for both these. I'm alongside Taylor right here. He's been with me all day, my partner in crime, ready to round off the rest of the day. Taylor, take us through what's going on so far. How'd these ladies get here?
Yeah, and Gina Urango starting us off with exactly what we've seen her do all day, which is a good aggressive serve, just not quite working out there. Nice hand set out to the pin. Knuckles off the top, gonna score. So quick little tidbit on Corinne Quiggle and Tegan Van Gunst. First match Saturday will mark their 3rd match at a Manhattan Beach this weekend, where all 3 have come against seeded 20 or lower.
Yeah, it's been a very deep tournament this weekend, especially on the women's side. Some teams come through the qualifier that have really made some noise, and a double contact call is going to be early, establishing that line right here.
Also, the number 5 seed for them is the highest ever for Van Gunst, excluding Tour and Contender Series events. So a really high seeding here for her is going to lead them into, you know, what they've had so far is a pretty, I won't say easy, but they've got to play some lower seeded teams. So certainly better than having to take on a top 5 team right off the rip. We actually got to call a game for Gina Urango earlier today, right here on court 2, and the service pressure alone is what I felt was the difference in them winning that game. Gina went on multiple runs, tagging sidelines, out of system, just really bringing the pain from the service line and putting them in a really comfortable position to feel like they're controlling the tempo.
And Zolani Hodel really struggled with the heat that Gina was bringing from the service line. An early lead here for Megan J. Rice and Gina Urango, 4-1. A couple of unforced errors early. A double contact, a swing in the net, high line. Gina's gonna put that one tight up for Megan. Gina gonna push this ball back out to the pin for Rice. Good pickup there from Quiggle. And a short pokey is gonna get past the hands of Rice. Down for a point. 2-4-1 away from our first side switch. And this is actually, I'm excited to see how Gina and Megan play. This is their 4th match today, and not including the 2 or 3 that they had yesterday. It's a long weekend, and if they win this, they are into the semifinals and could potentially have 2 more tomorrow, but we'll get to rest after that. But right there, Tegan Van Gunst is going to have a nice roll over the block down for a kill. We'll have our first side switch 3-4.
Yeah, really, just honestly, so far this match is feeling just very simplistic and textbook. Both teams kind of in that feel out phase. It seems where they're not really, you know, want to show anything fancy so far, and really just sticking to old school ball and just really feeling the teams out.
A big part of that is going to be just finding a rhythm, right? Finding what's going to work against the team, and then you can start taking care of business, having a little more fun with it, but also.
Oh, and a short shot picked up. Wow. Oh,
what?
Man.
What a pickup from Megan J. Rice. So Gina back to serve now.
And
that top spin.
Oh, what a great set. Out to the pin, poke over the top. Nice shot there. Great set there by Corinne Quiggle. Corinne getting called for a double early in this match. You know, maybe could have, you know, got a little gun shy, but she's still busting the paws out and throwing the ball around. It is getting a little windy here, Jade.
At this level, though, getting called on the handset that early is
that's fair.
Not something that's really going to deter you from running your offense like that.
Oh, and just out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Suzanne on the line with the nice call there. We have 2 line judges in our R1 and R2 here. Gonna make sure we're seeing every angle we possibly can.
So Jacob, in our last couple of matches, you know, from the stream camera, the near side, there seemed to have been a wind kind of from the near side to the far side, so the far side would have been the good wind side. That wind has now seemed to have changed a good bit, and it's almost
a perfect side
dead
wind.
Side wind.
Yeah.
So really neither side truly being the better serving side, except for maybe if you're right-handed coming from the corner, maybe you're getting a better spin on one side or the other. But really kind of like we called earlier, back to that more raw volleyball, right? Like the sun has officially come out, so maybe a little bit more, playing a little bit of a factor, but the wind not really going to be a huge factor.
It's a beautiful 70 degrees here in Manhattan Beach, and just loving the environment so far. Short serve after the ace. Just gonna be into the top of the tape and down. Megan J. Rice will get an ace and an error back to back.
And speaking of how it's a nice, beautiful 70 degrees here, let's talk about Corinne Quiggle, a Ponte Vedra, Florida.
Yeah, some hometown ties to myself there. Taylor and I living currently in Jacksonville, Florida. Ponte Vedra is about 15 minutes south of there, and I know the club and where Corinne played, so it's pretty cool to be able to call her match here today.
So really cool. And then Fayetteville, Georgia for Tegan Van Gunst, playing some time at Georgia Tech and Georgia State down there. Some really good ball there, to be honest. Great programs.
And a nice high ball.
A little overpass.
The wind just yanked that straight over the net, and that's going to be an overset and kind of a mistake. But wow, I really didn't think that ball was going to get thrown to the other side of the net like that.
It sure didn't look like it, or off the hands. It just ran away from her.
So 8-7. Option from Gina Urango. So good. Sneaky.
We saw one of those balls from Gina late in that match at Denver where they had the insane comeback run down 20 or 15, serving 20, and they had that insane comeback. Gina had one of those. And the service pressure from Gina again.
Great, just side swipe on the ball to get that back to the sideline of Tegan Van Gunst.
So that's her first ace of this match. It'll be interesting to see how many she's able to rack up. Maybe I can get confirmation here, but I believe in her earlier match she had 5.
She had a lot.
It was 4 to 5 aces.
Electric.
Let alone the amount of times that she got the other team out of system with her service pressure. But I do believe she notched 5 aces in that one. So 1 already on the board here early in this one.
And Megan J. Rice with an ace as well. Oh, what a touch.
A pickup. The turn and burn. Can she score? Little pokey down the middle.
Tegan.
Option swing. Gina, quick hands, and down the seam. What a stat dig by Megan Rice there, turning around and just quickly getting that hand out.
To the corner.
Oh, my word. We talk about the speed of Gina and the defensive prowess, but Megan Rice today so far, even in our match that we've commentated earlier today, also had some incredible defensive ups on peels and serve receives. So both of these gals really putting on a defensive showcase today.
Float serve here from Corinne Quiggle. A little bit of a top spin on it. High line. Oh, great pickup from Corinne. Tight ball goes snap at it. Recycle opportunity, and Corinne is able to put the third try away. And we will take our technical timeout at 11-10 in favor of Gina and Megan.
Yeah, technical timeout. A lot of the technical timeouts that we've seen today so far have been a little lopsided, but so far, this game feeling very much like a chess match again that we talked about. They both seem to be in that kind of feel out phase. These are both teams that have been around a good while now and played each other several times, but whether it be with different partners. But both teams really choosing to kind of keep it very simplistic right now, but some incredible defensive ups on both sides that have kind of kept this score tight so far. And shout out to our AVP officiating crew here on court 2. This is our first time today getting a full getting a full 4-person crew, as this is now officially a crossover. So getting deeper and closer into the tournament, we do officially now get our lines judges as well as our R2 and R1.
Coming back from the technical timeout.
And real quick shout out, we are seeing that Kennedy Coakley and Ashley Pater have made it through on the other side.
2 sets against Kelly Chang and Molly Shaw. And I think that is going to be a 5th place finish for Kelly and Molly. And holy cow, Megan J. Rice unloading on a swing into the angle.
Wow. Megan
Corinne had to duck out of the way of that one.
I mean, listen, Megan's from Hermosa Beach. She grew up playing in the sand, and right there, I mean, she just exploded out of the sand there. So the deep sand of Manhattan Beach certainly not being a problem for her.
Another block touch. Oh, and a touch there, but that's going to go out of play off the arms of Gina Urango. Good recycle there from Corinne and Tegan to give themselves another opportunity and put away.
As that game on court 1 ends, we see the crowd quickly now shifting over and coming to watch this, the last match of the outer courts for the weekend. As everything will be played on stadium. Wow. A nice little jumbo pokey there.
Perfect poke down the line for Tegan to tie it up at 12s. So neither team really given any ground here in this first set. We've seen a couple of little gaps, but each team bringing it back. This high ball there for Megan.
Oh my
word! Off the arms of Corinne Quiggle.
Megan Rice. Dude, what is she? Where was this earlier? She was hitting the ball earlier, but not like this, Jacob. This is a different Megan Rice that we saw just a couple hours ago.
Another recycle off the block for Tegan and Corinne. And a nice poke over the block and down for a point. 13 all. A lot of really good net play right there for Tegan and Corinne, just recycling it off the block and getting a good controlled second and third contact also. Over the hands of Tegan Van Gunst and down for a kill. 1 point until we take this later side switch. Megan J. Rice back to serve.
Hitting a 570 right now.
Yeah, very efficient right now with 8 kills on 14 attempts. Cut shot. Oh my, jumbo pokey on the set from herself. Megan J. Rice puts that one away.
We really got to talk to these stats guys, because once again, that should go down as an assist. That's a great set for herself with a pokey kill. Come on, stats man, give her the assist. I'm starting a petition right now. Who wants to sign it?
Megan J. Rice back to serve after the side switch. See if she's going to go with a top spin serve here, maybe across court. That one's going to go to Tegan. Tegan running the back set there. Cut shot is going to find her own side of the sand. A little miscue on that one. And so another real earned point for Urango and Rice.
It almost looked like that ball got caught in the wind just a little bit and kind of blew behind her head as she tried to get her hand around it. She just wasn't able to get enough pop.
Just a little bit of an adjustment period here. Out of bounds is the call. Tegan back to serve. Float there to Megan. Oh, that is a great swing there for Megan J. Rice. Controlled nicely by Corinne. Gina through the top of the block and down for a kill. 17-14.
Gina got tired of hearing us continuing to talk about how well Megan was hitting. She pulls out her own Nara and
Gina
whips
played
one down
phenomenally earlier in their match against Kylie DeBerg and Zoe. That one's going to be a touch long. No helping wind on that one.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, at this point, Gina and Megan have also played quite a few games over the last couple of days. That serve looked like it started to lose a little steam. Her arm might be losing a little bit of pop.
Yeah, after 4 matches today, this is you're really grinding to get this one. Gina with a high swing through, and it's going to come over on one, up and over, and brought back to the other side by Megan J. Rice.
What a touch from both teams there, keeping that one alive and just sneaking, crawling right over the tape.
The all-out hustle is going to pay off there as it trickles back over the top of the tape. Again, we talked about this so much earlier with Gina and Megan in their match earlier, but just the defensive touches that they're getting give them so many good opportunities. And a big part of that, too, is they're getting their opponents out of system more with, again, aggressive serving, and that's kind of been the formula that's worked for them. And so, especially now with this kind of side wind, we're seeing this on both sides, but both teams are actually running their offenses from the right side of the court. So even if Gina's on this, on the left side, on the far side, she's going to run that back set from Megan. And so they're going to see that, and you're going to have a lot more court because they're hitting that cut shot or deep angle swing right back into the wind.
Yep. Also got to talk to Tri Bourne one time about that as well down at Fort Lauderdale about 2 seasons ago, and he talked a lot about how when you're pushing the ball into the wind on the set, it tends to have a lot of inconsistencies with how much power you're putting behind it, versus when you're setting with the wind, you can almost just set up and down and let the wind kind of carry it. So not only is it, again, yes, it allows them to swing back into the wind, but also just makes it easier as the hitter.
Yeah,
Going up and being able to find that ball with the wind versus pushing into it.
A little bit of a tight set there, and that one's going to get over the block of Megan J. Rice and down for a side out. 16-18, getting into the later part of this first set, switching next point.
Yeah, a 17-18 switch here would be crucial for
good kind of sidewinder serve there. Gina is going to find the high hands of Tegan Van Gunst and get the kill for a 19-16 switch.
So game's certainly not over, but a very large wall in front of them right now, being down 3 late in this set. Corrine and Tegan need to side out quickly here to put the pressure onto Gina and Megan if they're going to hope to take this first one.
Gina back to serve now. Top spin for her, kind of right down the line of Corinne. Gina. Block touch from Megan J. Rice. She had to go on that second one. Peeling down the line, but Corinne is going to put it over her anyways. Down for the side out, so 17-19.
Great shot by Corinne there. Finding that right, honestly, the right tempo and height for that line shot. If she had gone any higher, Megan likely would have grabbed it, and if she went any lower, she would have grabbed it. So a really smart placement shot. And Megan just finding the finesse there.
Decided to pull her hands on that block, and I'm not sure she would have gotten it anyways, but that ball just sails nicely into the corner and down for our first set point opportunity now for Megan J. Rice and Gina Urango. Megan's going to make that trek up to the net. Oh, and the chop down the line. So good there from Corinne Quiggle.
Yeah, really good control shot there. She honestly could have swung, but she chose just to, and they were even, the best part is they were even doubled up in the line. Gina Ringo's sitting line, it almost looked like a line block shot as well, and just right between them.
Tegan back to serve now, float. That one's gonna be low into the top of the tape and down. Gina and Megan taking set one, 21-18.
Yeah, so going into the second set, Jacob, let's talk about what Corinne and Tegan can do early to try to, maybe throw Megan and Gina off of their game, because right there so far, I mean, Corinne and Tegan had some really good shots. They scored some good points, but they really never felt in control. The score was rather tight most of the game until they gave up a small run towards the end. So let's look to early in the second set. What can Corrine and Tegan do to really try to throw Gina and Megan off their game?
I mean, right now it's a lot of the steady net play from Megan J. Rice. She's being very disciplined at the net in terms of being able to get she's getting great touches as a blocker, but the recycles going back to Corrine and Tegan, they're not putting as many of those opportunities away. And I think that was something we saw in that first set. Was they had a lot of recycle opportunities that they just didn't get. Megan J. Rice having 4 controlled blocks. Again, that's a stat that we like to see for those recyclable balls. Hey, it's a good control block, still in the court, playable. And so 4 opportunities there. Just the difference, it comes down to you have 3 points there. 2 aces for Megan J. Rice and Gina Urango. A couple more hitting errors for Corrine and Tegan, though.
A great serve there by Urango to start us out.
Gina with the
great dig cross court. Megan set out to the pin, touched off the block.
Another good touch
option
there.
Swing, gotta go. Scores in the cut.
A little bit of a slide approach there on the outside for Tegan.
So a really good serve by Urango there, and honestly a mediocre set getting back to the net, but doing a very good job still keeping the pressure alive there and able to really push that.
A little bit of a hybrid top spin serve there from Corrine. High line picked up. Down, and Gina gets the touch, but not gonna be able to convert. Found a ball. Nice. There we go.
Jacob is referred to as the D1 ball shagger and showing his prowess there as the ball comes careening into our broadcast booth.
Oh, short float is not gonna get over Corinne Quiggle with the service error. Deep float there, out of bounds.
So a 3-1 lead here for Quiggle and Van Gunst in this second set, as it looks like, maybe they were listening into us. They're certainly trying to throw Gina and Megan off their game.
Nobody up on Megan Rice.
It looked like Megan was hitting that off of a box. Just
for it being their 4th match of the day, she's got some hops right now.
And her shoulder.
We really didn't, honestly, we didn't see a ton of those get out of the ground swings. Oh, good controlled touch there. Poked straight down. Tegan's gonna get it. Gina with a good pickup of her own. Oh my goodness. Gina Urango with the chop down the line to tie it up. A couple of great defensive touches from both sides. Ultimately, Gina gonna need some shoulder repair after that shot. Just what a great turn.
What an unreal shot that was. Getting her hand around the ball and just carving it back to the line.
So missed serve there for Gina Urango. And we will switch sides 4-3.
Quick update for anyone that might be listening to us ramble on but might want to know what also is going on stadium. Oh, and a nice little recycle block there. Gina Urango with a second option and another chopper carver down the line.
Gina is just getting very crafty with it right now with slicing the ball up.
Trevor Crabb, Phil Dahlhauser take down Triboard, Nick Lucena in the first set, 21-19. Currently, second set, Triboard, Nick Lucena up 9-7 over Trevor and Phil.
Touch off the block there from Megan J. Rice on the option from Tegan.
Again, Megan right now is just exploding out of the sand like that. She got so high on that block, it looked like it was almost going to be chopped right over. She's still able to get up and get a touch there.
Good float serve there to Megan. Soft roll picked up by Corrine. They set into the middle, chops it through the block and down. finding ways to get points, just squeaks it under the block. And again, a good defensive pickup there for Corinne.
Yeah, and I want to give her all the credit for having a good defensive pickup, but may have been a little bit of a miscue on the hip too by Megan. It looked like she made a misread there on which way to go, and what a touch.
Oh man, Corinne just a couple of inches away from making that a perfect dig. She sent it sailing right back at
she did
right back at Tegan. So
she just got to use her feet more. She practiced soccer more, maybe she would have got that one.
Overpass off the serve. Gina gonna go up, and it's gonna be out of bounds. Very close, but correctly called. And just like that, it's 7-5, so back to a 2-point lead for Corinne and Tegan.
Jacob, we are now being joined here in our broadcast booth on court 2 by the Rob on the mic, Rob Espero, who just got done calling what looked like a phenomenal match over on court 1. Do you want to give us a quick synopsis of what happened over there?
Well, it was a number 23 seed, or they're high up there. Ashley Pater, Kennedy Coakley from Lutz, Florida, and Bradenton, Florida, taking out number 3 seed Kelly Chang and Molly Shaw, 21-18, or 21-17, 21-18. And let's just say Kennedy Coakley, I mean, nothing flash about the serve, but tough serve, great placement. Aces were the difference maker, but Ashley Pater on defense behind the block put up a phenomenal effort, and they were able to control the amount of option balls that Cheng was able to put over, but they played excellent defense overall. At one point, Kennedy was blocking 3 or 4 in a row. So, great matchup. They move on. Kelly and Molly finish with a 5th, and moving on tomorrow to play Kristen Nuss and Taryn Brasher.
That is going to be a
Kennedy Coakley
fun
and Ashley
match
Pater
to start the day tomorrow.
Well,
Rob, we're bummed we couldn't have you on with the triple trio like we had in Denver and Wapaka. And oh, man, I'm jealous that you guys had some great matches over on that court too. But man, it's been a great day of volleyball. Hopefully we're going to get to hang out and watch some more tomorrow. I know that obviously we have all the semifinals tomorrow, and those are just going to be electric. So
without a doubt, it'll be all fun. You guys got a great match right here, so I got to put Taylor back on. 2 wrongs don't make a right, and no justice, no peace on the call.
Rob, thanks for joining us. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. Thanks for joining.
And as Rob talked about, the service pressure was the difference maker for Kennedy Coakley and Ashley Pater. We've seen Gina Urango really be the X factor here on court 2 with service pressure in their last match. And they're a massive left-handed swing
just
for Gina Urango.
Across at the ball, and she's going to get the kill past the block.
Gina, I don't understand how either of these girls have a shoulder left. Both of them have been just bombing serves, swings. Megan J. Rice, we made the joke a minute ago, it looks like she's hitting off a box right now in practice. She's getting so high and just detonating every ball.
Off the top of the tape, picked up by Gina. Another opportunity, not able to get that one to go. But so many great opportunities for Gina on defense just turned into offense. We saw it earlier too in their match. There were a lot of times that Gina would get a dig and have enough control on it that she actually was just sending it over on one and finding that open part of the court. And I think Corinne is showing a little bit of discipline there by as soon as she hits, she's getting back on defense. So those angles aren't open. What a serve there from Tegan.
Oh,
outside the box.
And so that's 2 hitting errors back-to-back for Gina, something that we really have not seen her struggle with much all weekend. So 2 errors back-to-back, 1 in the net, 1 long. So maybe again, we talked about this is her 4th match today. Surely she's got to be getting a little tired at least. At least we would hope so, as we believe she's human. And if she's human, she's got to be getting tired.
Absolutely. Again, those 4. This is 4 matches, by the way. Taylor and I got the opportunity to get some touches yesterday. We played 4 sets and probably felt more dead than I would care to admit. But playing 4 matches in a day here against some of the best competition you could possibly ask for, I am sure that there's going to be some recovery needed these next couple days. But obviously hoping to make it into the semifinals for tomorrow, and that's what these two teams are fighting for. Megan and Gina, honestly, with an early loss in the winners bracket, and so they've had to really fight through on this side of the bracket. Yeah, and early loss in the second round of winners to Anaya Evans and Tori Van Winden, which again was a phenomenal team that we watched play as well here earlier. I'm excited to have Tori back on the beach. She's a fierce competitor.
Absolutely.
Worked with her a little bit at my time working with Florida State, and obviously knew she came from Cal Poly as well. But glad to see her back on the beach after Atlantic City. She had an injury there, and glad her recovery has gone well and she's back. It's better for the sport when more people are around.
So Rice and Urango coming out of the technical timeout down 3, 9-12. A quick service error gets them back within 2, as we now have a score line of 10 serving 12 with Gina back to the line. Sideline to sideline is the wind. So she's been ripping this top from both sides now and turning it towards the wind side on both sides.
Oh,
good nice shot there by Corinne.
Good shot off the top of the hands, down for a point. It looked like Corinne had to work a little bit harder on that one just because that push set from Tegan didn't quite make it out as far as she wanted, so she kind of had to go a little bit inside on the shoulder and really pull that back out.
Here we see that back set that we talked so much about earlier. Oh, what a pickup.
Nobody up. Oh, doesn't matter, a dig. Going for the jumbo. Megan J. Rice finds the deep corner.
And because of the angle that we're sitting at versus the angle of the camera, what the viewers couldn't have seen, right, is like that last set from Gina was well in front of Megan Rice, and that wind just grabbed and pushed it behind her. She looked ready to jump and swing and just had to kind of settle for a snappy roll shot. But of course, Megan Rice making the best out of it and still scoring there. So really good job.
Corinne, back set to Quiggle, picked up by Urango. Gotta go, and out of bounds. Just too much mustard on that one. We've actually seen quite a few of these third contacts that have to go over that are sent long, and again, you want to be aggressive with that because any free ball at this level, it's coming back at you pretty fast. So you can't be given easy ones to go over, but you also want to make sure you keep it in.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this wind, you know, a lot of times they can play tricks with the ball, and a good finesse shot there by Megan as she goes up and finds some empty court with a little bit of soft and supple touch, as I believe Jacob Justice would call it. So Gina back to serve here. Big aggressive serve.
Spin. Yep. Oh, it's going to find its way over. Tegan gets a good touch off the block. Ooh, down the line and in.
Suzanne getting hit with the ball there, but making the call. Suzanne, of course, is the head official actually for the AVP, has graced us with her presence here as a line judge.
There is nobody that knows and understands the rules of the game better than Suzanne. I'm convinced of that. Every conversation I've ever had with her gives me that impression, and she also comes from playing back in the day, and we got to interview her a little earlier as well, and she said that's over 40 years of experience, which means she's probably 45, right? So making sure we're getting all of that good information from her. High line there for Corinne Quiggle. Is going to find the sand, and we'll switch sides. 15-13. Back within 2. Gina and Megan going to look for something here on this side of the court. Try and just, you know, chain together 1 or 2 points and bring this back to even. It starts with a side out right here, though.
Yeah, we're seeing the coaching as Gina and Megan are walking across. We see their coach talking to them a lot about maybe going that thumb down or the wrist away swing towards the line, especially on this side as it's back into the wind there. So maybe going across from the back set and then dropping that thumb down and letting that wind help you out.
We've seen a couple of those serves that hit the top of the tape trickle over, but that one's going to get denied at the top. So a missed serve there. Makes it 14-15. Megan to serve and then run up and block. That's a long 4 matches of doing that too. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Oh, and Megan isn't going to get a hand on that, and that's going to find the sand. Corinne Quiggle. I believe that is a Pepperdine wave right there. Again, coming from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. A little bit of a topspin there from Tegan.
Oh,
wow, and that is
word.
That is perfect.
And our storyline earlier was that Megan J. Rice was just getting up and detonating balls, and now 4 finesse shots back to back.
Yeah, this precision game she's got going right now is awesome. Top spin serve here from Gina, going back towards Tegan. Oh, and that ball just came so far off behind Tegan. That wind, a little harder to see from that camera angle, but man, it just got yanked right behind her.
How does she still have a shoulder attached after reaching back for that ball? My shoulder, I'd be like Mr. Potato Head. My shoulder would just fell off on the ground.
Block,
Oh
Tegan.
my word. Tegan with a block to set up 18-15.
Timeout called from Gina and Megan. They're going to talk some strategy here. Again, trying to find something that's going to work.
What's the coaching talk in that box right now, Jacob?
I think it's a little bit of we were talking earlier about, hey, get back to basics, right? I think we went a little bit away from that. They're running a lot of the back sets, which I understand opens up some more opportunities, but hey, there's a little bit of maybe miscommunication there, or hey, I'm just not getting the opportunity that I want on the swing. Again, Megan Rice right now with her precision game, she's getting those pokies and shots that they want, but they got to find a way to maybe put a little more service pressure. I think Tegan is handling Gina's serve really well right now. We're not seeing that same sort of out of system that we were seeing earlier. So again, it's going to start with some more service pressure here. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gina and Megan come back, get the side out, make it 16-18, and then be aggressive with the serve and try to get one to make it 17-18.
Wow, that's a crazy stat there, Jacob. Megan has gotten 26 of the 28 serves served at their team, and Corinne has gotten 18 versus 8 for Tegan.
Wow.
So it's very well established that both teams are kind of picked their target. Oh, and a tape ace.
And that is not what Gina and Megan needed right there. 19-15 after the tape ace.
And that is her third ace of the match so far. Oh, first. Oh, no. Third. Got it. Our statistician doing the most here as he's helping the referees, helping us, helping the viewers. Oh, and a great jumbo, but picked up well. Urango out of the middle, off the top of the block. Turn, slapper, down. Oh, my word. We've got a side switch at possible 15. Jacob, we might just be going to a third set.
And what a great way to honestly end the day. It would really encapsulate everything that Manhattan Beach is. And as this tournament, it's all excitement all the time. A little bit tight of a pass. Gina's going to go up on 2 and find the sand for the point. So still alive, but Corinne and Tegan looking for a side out here. Try to make it as simple as possible. Get the point, put this set away, and focus on the next.
Yeah, honestly, as soon as that ball hit the ground, Corinne immediately just kind of looking at Tegan saying, hey, let's just focus on a side out. A miss serve there is going to end the set. So we've got a third set barn burner here on court 2. There's still we're just one of 2 final games here for the Saturday, as we've got a showdown going on Stadium Court as Triborn Nick Lucena take on Trevor Crabb and Phil Dahlhauser.
Yeah, they're making that late switch right now at 18-17 in favor of Tri and Nick, but again, Trevor and Phil actually won the first set 21-19, so we could potentially see a third set there, which would be electric to end the day on Stadium. But we're going to focus here on our match right now. Again, going to this third set, a great response from Corinne and Tegan after really not feeling in control of that first set at all. This second one came out firing, got a couple of really good rolls, some miscues from Gina and Megan. Again, 7 hitting errors in that set. I'm sorry, in the match so far for Gina and Megan. No blocks for almost anybody. Tegan is the only one that has one. So again, we're getting a lot of really good controlled block touches, but not as many terminal blocks. So,
you know, and a big question I have there, Jay, is, you know, again, Megan getting 26 of those 28 serves. I'm wondering, I mean, and Megan's been siding out very well, so I'm wondering if that's more to avoid the option swing that we know that Megan does so well, and Gina typically passes plenty well enough to afford her the opportunity to swing on 2. So we'll see if they stay with that, if Corinne and Tegan stay with that mentality. It's obviously worked pretty well so far. And a
top of the tape
roller on the first ball. Jump out of bounds, though.
Touch is called. Suzanne on the line there is going to call the touch.
So for anyone watching at home, it looks like there might have been a touch called by our lines judge. Player's pretty adamant that there was not, but the call is upheld. So 1-0 start for Corinne and Tegan.
Corinne with a dig here to put another one potentially on the board. Nobody up. That one is going to be out of bounds with no touch.
I think I've already heard the call of ball doesn't lie. But the ball does in fact lie, ladies and gentlemen. 50% of the time it's wrong.
Not those Wilson balls, man. Those are as trustworthy as they get. Float serve here to Corinne Quiggle. Running the back set. Gonna go high line, gets the touch. Megan not able to get the second touch on it. Again, beach volleyball, you get 3 contacts, but if you get a block touch, that does count as your first. Then you are still able to play the second, but your teammate has to send it on the third. High ball there for Megan again, able to touch that one. It's off the top of the tape, picked up again by Megan. Going high over, finds the deep corner, tying it back up at 2-2. Couple opportunities on both sides there.
You know, Jacob, I just got a juicy tidbit that I want to talk about. So to start the AVP season, Corinne and Megan actually announced that they were going to partner up for this season. And so far in this match,
double contact, peace sign held up.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. A double con, that's the second one we've seen this match.
But yeah, so Corinne and Megan announced that they were going to partner up for the season, and so far in this match, not really a lot of love between the two. So
hey,
maybe a little.
The sand, business is business, right? So once you have that partnership, go ahead and do what you need to get it done. Gina back to serve, going float to Tegan. Back set run, short poke. Gina's there. Backhanded flipper from Megan Rice.
Little penguin action, hitting the flipper shot. 4-2, so Rice Urango open up a 2-point lead here. This sprint to 15 of a third set. So we did just hear the announcement.
Side out. Yeah, side out there for Corinne and Tegan.
We did just hear the announcement from Stadium that Phil and Trevor did win that match in a 2-set sweep. So that does officially mark the end of Triborn's career with the AVP as he announces retirement, and they will now be performing a retirement ceremony there on Stadium. But while that's going on, and we love Try and everything that he's done for the game, we have a tightly contested match here on Stadium Court 2 that no one wants to go home, as Gina Urango and Megan Rice are fighting their way against Corinne Quiggle and Tegan Van Gunst.
Top spin serve there, going back to Megan, kind of down that line. Unloads, finds the high hands of Tegan. Tegan turns. Set into the middle, Corinne. Oh, what a hand dig there from Megan, over on 2. High off the block, Corinne not able to get another hand on it, and that's down for a point. Gina and Megan. I think everybody held their breath there on that hand dig from Gina, because it wasn't exactly a hard-driven ball, which is what we see a lot of those players just throw those hands up for, but it came out beautiful.
Yeah, it was a great play. It was bang, bang, good decision, and in my opinion, a great no call by the ref there. Is just let the play go on. It was a great dig.
5-3, a little bit of a tight pass, pushed over through the top of the tape, picked up by Urango.
Unloading,
Corinne,
but sauced.
Yeah, Corinne with a good dig of her own down the line, in, tags the line, and brings it back within 1, 4-5.
You know, you got 116,000 square inches to hit in beach volleyball. She found the 117,000 by tagging the outside of the line. So, great job being a math major there and adding a little extra.
It's all calculated there.
It's just geometry.
Oh, and a power pokey coming out from Gina on the option ball. And we're going to switch sides 6-4.
Gina just almost punching that ball down.
Unconventional to punch, but it does in fact work.
So a crazier stat line, by the way. Earlier it was 26 of the 28 serves have gone to Megan. Now that number has climbed to 32 of 34.
They're holding strong on their game plan to go after Megan.
And yeah, and the other team, Corinne and Tegan, they have. It looks like Rice and Urango have decided to.
Oh, Gina was all over it, but just a little too much. Sends it back on an overpass, but Tegan has another opportunity to put it away.
Yeah, so it looks like Megan and Gina have decided to switch who they're serving, in fact, and they've now started to go after Tegan. Maybe they've seen something, coach sees something in the cards, and they've decided to change up their game plan.
High pass kind of off the net there for Megan. Oh, and a soft roll into the short corner. Good side out there.
Jacob, we're quickly going to get a pretty good crowd here. The stadium is quickly emptying, and everyone realizes this is the last thing to watch on the beach today. What a great game for people to walk out of the stadium to. A third set, 7-5.
Third set to make it into semifinals tomorrow, to make it to championship Sunday. But that one's going to be a touch low from Megan. Service error. That is, I believe, her 4th of the match.
Yeah, Van Gunst back to the line here.
She and Gina both have missed quite a few serves. That's 8 combined, with not a lot of return.
Oh, my word. Megan J. Rice popping another ball into the crowd. Someone's got to go check the sand for trampolines or something.
Tegan just got a late start on that peel, and Megan just took full advantage of it.
Full advantage.
Let's see what Gina's going to cook up here from the service line. Again, we've seen her be super aggressive all day from back there, mixing up these short rolls. Still putting a lot of topspin on the ball, but short rolls, deep seams, sidelines. She's putting the ball wherever she wants it with precision. Oh, good touch. The old fake out into no jump. Nobody up, and Tegan is going to put it away down the seam, and we will switch 7-8.
Tegan popping her own ball there, so both teams showing that they've got the legs, the spring, and the shoulder left this late in the day, this late in the tournament, to still put some balls down with a lot of heat and power. We've seen a lot of finesse as well.
You got to realize, too, that all these ladies realize it's win or go home, right?
So absolutely.
They're giving everything they got, even though it's been the very tail end of 4 matches on the day. Gina's going to take that one. Oh, and Gina denied at the net by Tegan.
So Gina finally getting served one ball, and it results in a block.
A block
Let's
for
see
point.
see if maybe they switch up and go to her again. I don't know. If you're the coach, would you? I don't know.
I would not.
I don't know.
That's why I'm
But
also
they do.
not in the coach's box.
Back set. Oh, asking for a
And
touch.
They did not see a touch there. Nothing from the line judge.
Gina asking a lot
Nothing
for a
from any
touch,
of our
not getting
officials.
the call.
Gina maybe a touch frustrated with that one. But all that matters is the next point.
This crowd's going to lose it if it's in the net. And it's not, so. And
Gina, sneaky, sends it over on 2 with the left hand.
that is the 4th time that I've seen Gina hit that exact option ball today. And she just holds it so well to the last
I have
minute.
no doubt that Gina might be one of the best no-jump players in the world.
Absolutely. The court vision alone is just unmatched.
Oh, short shot over the hands of Megan Rice.
You know, Kristen Nuss gets a lot of accolades for her court vision and coming in at, being a rather short stature player on the AVP tour. But if you watch how Kristen Nuss and Gina Urango both approach, and they do take that kind of like last minute stab look, very Nick Lucena-ish as well.
About that
It leads
Big
to a
swing there and a net. Net violation on Tegan.
So the question there was contact with the net. The player thought it was just her hair. The referee, assessing that it was a little bit more than hair.
I think they're saying she got it on the turn with maybe her shoulder as well.
So tightly contested third set here as we're tied 10-10.
10-10, a quick race to 5, win by 2. Gina back to serve. Off the top of the tape, picked up by Quiggle. Kind of an awkward swing there. Megan with the back set, going cross court. Off the palms of Quiggle. No one up. Gina gets the dig out of the net. Scramble play. Tegan shoots the high line, touched and picked up by Gina. Got to go over.
Oh my word! Detonation. No
touch, and it's gonna find the sideline.
My word! What I'm impressed there is how calm and cool and collected she was at the end of that long of a rally, right? So that was, if I count correct me if I'm wrong, 6 touches for both sides, like 6 side changes, and to go up with the offensive prowess to just soft touch that ball right with the block. Just impressive move.
A defensive clinic right now from both sides.
Oh, but a missed serve. 11-11.
Ill-timed error. To make that missed serve number 4 for her in the match.
Gina still only seeing 4 serves this whole match.
Float serve there to Corinne. Back set to her, cross court, and she's gonna find it. There is always more angle. The cut shot gets it done.
The biggest thing I have to say about Corinne and Tegan right now is just how well they're serve receiving. They are almost passing dead middle every time to be able to run that back set with the wind.
And again, that's something we were talking about, is the service pressure from Gina and Megan. It's not what it was earlier. Touch off the block from Tegan. No. Short roll, it's gonna find it. 13-11. Gina Urango puts the tee up. Timeout. And Corinne and Tegan with all the momentum right now. Just 2 points away from punching their ticket to Championship Sunday.
What a match this has been so far. We've seen both sides show that, they have the serving capability, the serve receive capability, but both teams kind of stringing together those runs, those momentum moments at different times. And so far, right now, Quiggle, Van Gunst, Gunst very downhill right now. They are sprinting to the finish line, and Rice and Urango are struggling to find their footing right now. They look almost out of sorts.
Yeah, so we were talking earlier about how much Megan is getting served, but when looking at the stats, Gina's not getting served a lot, but she has more errors than Megan. So maybe there is a conversation that says, hey, let's go back and test Gina and just see what's going to happen. I mean, I would not do that. I think Gina is a very solid player, and she'll find a way to make it work, but a side out here is necessary for Gina and Megan if they want to feel they still have a shot.
Yeah, giving up another point right here would almost feel, you know, like the nail in the coffin. And 14-11's, you know, awfully hard to come back in that game to 15.
But back to serve. Float serve coming in. Goes back to Megan. Back set, high in the middle. Nobody, and Corinne not able to keep it in front of her. And so a side out to make it 12-13.
Yeah, that ball there, you know, Megan certainly hit that, but she didn't detonate on it like she has been, almost looking like she was just kind of trying to, you know, punch that one deep and really not wanting to go down low as she swung at, you know, Corinne pretty hard a couple of times, and Corinne's able to go down low and get that dig.
Good poke over and across the block. Nobody up on Gina. Hand dig by Tegan. Short roll. Gina's going to be able to get the second touch on that. Jumbo touched by Corinne, and that's going to be a lift contact called. Tegan laying out for that one.
So all of a sudden, 13-13. You know, I'm going to say this though. You know, he called the lift. I don't think that third touch was going to come over anyways. You know, Tegan was certainly trying her best to get to that, but it certainly didn't look like she was going to be able to get to that ball and get it over. So it may not have mattered. So 13-13. Gina Urango at the line.
Win by 2. Anything to get into Sunday. Top spin going to be deep towards Tegan. Going to try to get that ball out. High line blocked by Megan. And Corinne not able to put that contact over on the recycle. And a timeout called for Quiggle and Van Gunst.
Jacob, we just had 13-11. And this game certainly looked
out of the timeout.
Certainly looked going the way of Corinne and Tegan, and all of a sudden,
momentum shift. Yeah.
Big time.
Incredible how that happens, and it really didn't even. It started with errors, right? It looks like it's a mentally frustrating time for Tegan and Corinne. The lift call they were not happy about, the hair in the net call not happy about, and it feels like that is a small part of how that affects those next couple points. So we'll see what the game plan is coming out of this timeout. It's probably a good opportunity to just slow down a second. Again, get back to those basics. You need one side out just to stay alive, and then you keep playing your game. And we've seen a pretty good split in who's getting served for Corinne and Tegan. Excited to see where the serve is going to go when we get back in.
Yeah, that's the storyline. Where is this serve going? I think we can ask our official statistician. What's your opinion right now? Where's this serve going? The call is Tegan.
The last couple of points have gone to Tegan. I would imagine that's going to be where this next one goes as well.
And that's Gina's strong serve. She likes that kind of toss out of the middle, wrist away, thumb down, serve towards the sideline, outside shoulder. So that's where she had so many aces earlier today.
Match point opportunity now. Top spin into the net.
Coach's point. Actually, I mean,
I think that is a gift and a sigh of relief there for Corinne and Tegan.
A very uncharacteristic miss there by Gina.
Corinne back, going float serve, a little bit of a top spin on it. Blocked, Tegan Van Gunst.
Oh my word. And that being just Gina's 5th serve receive of the entire match, and she's been blocked twice. directly out of serve receive.
That is Tegan's second block of the match, and coming at no better of a time. That one off the top of the tape and down, an ace. Corinne Quiggle.
And it's all over.
What an incredible match, and a way to finish it. A block and an ace. An incredible finish for Corinne and Tegan. A heartbreaking 5th place finish for Megan and Gina, but they played so well. Again, giving it everything they had in their 4 matches today and 2 yesterday. Wow.
What a chess match down the stretch there. Again, they were up 13-11, gave up the lead to 14-13. Untimely miss from the service line by Gina Urango, 14-14, and then a massive block, and then bringing up the just a chess match, just a textbook chess match by Corinne Quiggle and Tegan Van Gunst right down the stretch to put themselves into a semifinal, I believe.
Absolutely. Tomorrow that's going to be a ton of fun. They're going to have Therese Cannon and Megan Kraft. That is going to be fun. I believe that's the 2 and 5 seed. I'm trying to look at the bracket here. The 2 and 5 seed facing off, and on the other side of that semifinal, it's going to be Taryn and Kristen against the Young Guns, Kennedy Coakley and Ashley Pater, the 1 and 19 seed, making it all the way through. An exciting time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here on the Bally's live stream for the weekend. I'm Jacob Justice alongside Taylor Wright. An absolute privilege and honor to be able to bring you guys AVP Manhattan Beach Open here in 2025. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you guys so much. See you at Laguna.